is CBS News, Texas.
From relief to pain, a Texas mother is telling us she is sick to her stomach, as Governor Greg Abbott says he's working now to pardon the man convicted of murdering her son. Daniel Perry was found guilty last week of killing Garrett Foster, who was involved in a Black Lives Matter protest in Austin 3 years ago. Our JD Miles sitting down with Foster's mother tonight, and she's opening up about the pain this is causing her.
But I do understand that you all have reached a verdict. We, the jury, found the defendant, Daniel Perry, guilty of the offense of murder as alleged in count 1 of the indictment.
When a Travis County jury found Daniel Perry guilty of murder for the death of 28-year-old Garrett Foster in downtown Austin, Sheila Foster says the relief she felt after her nearly 3-year search for justice.
You know, I got 18 hours of peace to finally breathe.
Didn't last long.
And when this happened on Saturday, it literally buckled me over. I haven't left my house. I didn't do anything on Easter. I'm shaking like a leaf right now. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't eat anything. And it's almost like all of that weight was lifted in that verdict. And now it feels like the biggest hammer in the world has come down crashing on me.
That hammer, according to the murder victim's mother, came in the form of a tweet by Governor Abbott the day after the verdict, which said, "I am working as swiftly as Texas law allows regarding the pardon of Sergeant Perry." The tweet goes on to suggest that the actions of Perry, a Fort Hood Army sergeant, should have been justified as self-defense. Attorney General Ken Paxton posted later that he agreed with the governor. That's despite a jury's unanimous decision that Perry was guilty of murder after hearing from 40 witnesses and deliberating for 15 hours.
I would honestly just ask that anyone, including the governor, if you're trying to take a side in this deal, at least look at the evidence first.
That evidence presented during the 2-week trial showed that both men were legally armed when Perry, who was working as an Uber driver, turned onto a downtown Austin street blocked by a crowd of 20 Black Lives Matter protesters in July 2020. Foster, who had been protesting alongside his girlfriend for 50 straight days, approached Perry's vehicle armed with a rifle. Perry opened fire, claiming Foster raised his weapon, which witnesses denied. Prosecutors presented some of Perry's messages and social media comments in the weeks before, which said, "I might have to kill a few people on my way to work. They are rioting outside my apartment complex. And I might go to Dallas to shoot looters." The victim's mother and her civil attorney find it inappropriate, to say the least, that the two most powerful men in the state would interfere in a murder trial that's still not over.
How worried are you about this influencing the jury during the sentencing phase?
Well, the governor is the most powerful elected official in the state of Texas. Nobody, including the governor of the state of Texas, should shut down the process of the rule of law, and it appears that's what the attempt is here.
But to see the governor and the attorney general take sides on a murder trial, how does that sit with you?
I can't believe it's happening. Oh, I feel like Garrett was marching for our equality and for our constitutional rights, our First Amendment rights, and our Second Amendment rights. And it just feels like it's weird because he died fighting for those things.
Sheila Foster will be in the courtroom when the trial resumes tomorrow. Perry faces a sentence of up to life in prison. JD Miles, CBS News, Texas.